What's good, everybody? It's Curtis King of CurtisKingBeats.com, and I'm here to basically do a video that I promised you, Larry. I promised you a long time ago, homie, that I was going to make you a reading list of the books that are the most influential to me, the books that have really helped me along my way, and a lot of this information that I share with you. The reason why I'm able to share so much information on a weekly basis is because I read a lot. I combine these books and the principles of these books with just general life experiences, and I'm able to give you what I hope is a clear and coherent translation of how to basically approach all these things that artists and producers come in contact with. Now, mind you, I wasn't always a big reader. In high school, I probably finished all but 4 books because I had to in school, and mostly I was looking at the cliff notes, but that's another story. Not till after I got out of high school did I really develop a passion for self-help literature, business literature, finance literature, and it just really just fills me up. It gives me a lot of inspiration, a lot of motivation to just keep on keeping on. So that being said, I have a combination of physical copybooks and a combination of audiobooks. Let's start with the audiobooks first. The Go-Giver by Bob Burg and John David Mann is the most important audiobook I could ever suggest to you. That book is literally the foundation behind this entire YouTube channel. It's the foundation behind my purpose in giving you this value. It's the reason why when people say, oh my God, don't you worry about giving out all this information? No, I don't worry about giving all this information. It's already out there. However, people need to hear it in a way that they can relate to, and this is my responsibility. So me giving value is a responsibility, and that book is really what instilled that into me. The second one, The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone, the unabridged version. You want to talk about any point in that book, once you finish that book, any point that you go fast forward, rewind in, it's instant energy. Now, he has an over-the-top personality, and some people don't like that. I particularly love it, and it gives me a lot of value and a lot of inspiration and motivation. So The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Talk about getting your mindset in the right place and having it align with your heart, and just there's 4 rules that everybody should follow in order to have a productive, happy life. And I think that that's important as you're starting to pursue your way as a producer or as an artist. You want to make sure that you get these 2 aligned, and that book is very important to getting those aligned. The next one is The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. Now, that's a book that really is a story that tells about basically how people were financing their money in this certain time period, and it's basic rules that we all can live by today. Things like paying yourself first. That's something I put in the irregular income video that I did. I got that rule basically from The Richest Man in Babylon. The next one, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. Very important for understanding the difference between a task and a principle, and really understanding that it doesn't matter how many things that I share with you. If you don't understand the principle of the why that I did what I did, then you will never grasp, it for yourself. So 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is really important to understanding the principles of life and things that are very important. The next one, As a Man Thinketh, James Allen. Another one for the mindset. The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Now, that's a book that really explains to you, look, you can't just hit home runs. You have to hit singles in order to get on base. Like in life, you can't always hit home runs. Everybody's aiming to hit home runs. It's a book that really breaks down, the fact that if you told somebody today, look, if I can give you $5 million a day, or if I give you a penny that doubles in value for the next 31 days, what do you think most people are going to take? They're going to take the $5 million, not knowing that that penny that compounds over the duration of 31 days becomes $10 million. So it's really getting your mindset in the right mindset to get you how can I put this? To get you to thinking about the value of the small steps and the small wins. So the next one is the Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. Get your money right. Content Inc., Joe Pulizzi. He basically breaks down how to build an audience off of content, whether it's blogging, whether it's videos like this. The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. He tells you how you can work a 4-hour workweek and live the life that you want to live. The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. Another great one just to read. The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. That's a book that is important to why I get up at 5 in the morning every morning and getting my work done. It's funny because all of these late studio sessions that I was doing, a few years ago, I actually get more work done from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. than I would get done from 10 a.m. to 5 a.m. Crazy how that works, but that book really broke down the importance of that. Now that's the audio books. Let's get to some of these physical copies. Boom. The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. It's funny because he was the mentor for Darren Hardy in The Compound Effect, and this book is basically another one. It's turning simple disciplines into massive success. Another one is the Cash Flow Quadrant by Mr. Robert T. Kiyosaki. Now, you know him for Rich Dad Poor Dad, which I highly suggest, but somebody right now is borrowing that book, so yeah, that is what it is. Another one, Brag, The Art of Tooting Your Own Horn Without Blowing It. This is a book where you basically don't go into a room of people who are successful and belittle your own accomplishments, because it's very easy to do. Oh, I'm John, you know, I'm pretty dope. You know, I mean, I'm okay. You know, somebody's singing your praises, and you know, you start to downplay, and I'm like, oh, you know, it makes me feel awkward. This is a book that basically gets you in the right mindset so that you don't get overlooked in a room like that. The next one, Jab Jab Right Hook by the homie Gary V, man. I mean, he's not really the homie, but he's the homie to me. Very important for social media, for y'all that are looking for more tactful ways to get your content out there, to get people listening to what you have to say. It's funny because value is at the basis of all of these books. You have to give value, and it basically gives you like examples of tweets and Facebook updates that he thought were actually good examples and bad examples, and he breaks down why they're good and bad examples. Another book from Gary V is the Askgaryvee Book, where he basically people ask him questions and he breaks it down. It's an extension of his show that you can catch on YouTube. Very dope show. Failing Forward by John C. Maxwell. Very important because failing is literally the prerequisite of its success, and this book basically breaks that down in more detail, turning mistakes into stepping stones for success. Love this book. The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell. You guys always talking about, hey man, I'm about to have this viral video. Well, guess what? There's a process that everything that's viral goes through, and this book is basically what breaks it all down. What else? How to Talk to Anyone, Anytime, Anywhere by Larry King. Now, a lot of y'all be asking me, you know, how is it that you're able to network with so many people, and how do I network, and how do I say the right things? How do I set up a conversation? Well, the man talked to so many people over his career. He made a living out of it, and he breaks down his process in getting into that mind frame that he's in. It's the secrets of good communication. What else do we have over here? Boom. The Tao of Twitter. Those of you who are heavy on Twitter, this is a book that basically breaks down the art of really changing your life and business 140 characters at a time. Mark W. Schaefer. Keep going. Likeable Social Media by Dave Kirpin is another book that breaks down why certain things are more likable than others. How to delight your customers, create an irresistible brand, and be amazing on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest, and more. What else do we have here? Seth Godin, Tribes. We need you to lead us. All of you guys have a tribe out there waiting for you. I talked about it in the How to Build a Fan Base video, that there's a certain niche that you have to go after. You guys, this book right here basically breaks down the anatomy of a tribe and what goes along with it. See that little man right there? That should be you, and this should be your tribe around there. Still Like an Artist by Austin Kleon. Basically, this book breaks down that no idea is new under the sun. Probably one of my most favorite design books, because it breaks it down for you that nothing's new under the sun, that we all borrow, but it tells you how to steal, I guess, tactfully as an artist when it comes to arts. But what else do we have here? It's another one, Daymond John, The Brand Within. He basically tells you how him and his boys put together FUBU. He basically tells you some of the basics of what a brand is. Another one of my favorites. And I think that's it as of right now. This video's kind of getting lengthy, more longer than what I anticipated it being, but those are some great books to start with. I would love to hear your suggestions below, so please leave a comment, subscribe, like, maybe tell me a little bit of what you kind of took from some of these books if you've read them, or even suggest some new books. I'm always trying to read new books, especially self-help, especially anything dealing with marketing. I just freaking love marketing books, and I did say freaking, and I was very awkward, but I'm going to go along with it. But, yeah. So, thank you for watching. Larry, I got you. Appreciate y'all. Curtis King of CurtisKingBeats.com.